Hello and welcome to another Big Orbit Games unboxing video. I'm Chris and today I'll be looking at the new Ultra Prism Sun and Moon intro decks, theme decks, sorry. This is Max Strike, so it's the Garchomp deck, and let's crack it open and see what is inside, if I can. So, only trouble with Pokemon packaging is sometimes it's a pain to get into. This one wasn't too bad though. So let's start off by looking at the Garchomp card. So it's the holo version, and it's 150 HP Dragon type, stage 2. He's got Quick Dive. This attack does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, any of them, so it's pretty cool. And Royal Blaze does 100 plus. For 3 energy. If you played Cynthia from your hand during this turn, this attack does 100 more damage. So you can get some cool combos off with that, dealing 200 damage as long as you play Cynthia. And there's ways to get her back from the discard pile. So yeah, could be dealing 200 damage very often. The coin looks really nice. Nice gold Garchomp there. And we've of course got the online code so that you can get this in the online version of the game, which is always useful. We've got the counters and stuff, so the GX counter to show that you've used the GX move. You've got burn and poison, and of course the damage counters. It's also the playmat, which is really useful. You probably won't be able to see the whole thing on the video. Can't even open it at the moment. I'll get there in the end. So you've got the Empoleon side and the Garchomp side, which looks very cool. And then on the back, wrong way up, is the big how to play guide, which is always useful to have as a reminder for existing players and just to help you learn if you're a new player. So that is a useful part. There's also this, which is what's new in the Pokemon trading card game, and you got Sun and Moon Ultra Prism expansion, and you got an explanation about the Prism Star cards, the Alolan Pokemon, special rules for Pokemon GXs, and Pokemon GXs in general. And there's also the card list, which is always nice to have as well, so you can mark off what you've got in your collection, if you want to keep track of it in that way. Onto the deck. You got a nice deck box that you can keep everything safe in. So lots of fighting energy to start off with. I don't like it doesn't help with videos this, where they do like energy and then some Pokemon and then some energy and then some Pokemon. So either way, let's skip those. She's got Riolu, basic Pokemon. He has Detect. Flip a coin if heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. Good to stall out the board. And Jab for 10, if you need to deal that extra damage, why not? You got Gabite, which evolves from Geibel. I never remember how to pronounce those. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I'm sure I will get quite a few. It's an 80 HP Dragon type, has Ascension. Search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon to evolve it, then shuffle your deck. That's really good to like ramp up to Garchomp. And Slash, which deals 40 damage for 2 energy. More energy, got a Yungoos, Escape Rope, another energy, Timer Ball, and Looker. So the good thing about these decks is that you do get quite a few trainer cards in them. Still not enough for like a really competitive deck, because most of the deck is made up of trainer cards in competitive decks, but still, it's a good starting point to get them. Got Spiritomb, Solrock, and yeah, Gibble, Gibble, however you want to pronounce that. Dragon type Ascension, search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon, put it onto this Pokemon to evolve it, then shuffle your deck. So both evolutions get this ability, so you can get to your Garchomp really quickly, even if you don't have it in your hand. Hippopotas. There's the Cynthia. So if you play Cynthia, remember Garchomp does extra damage, so you want 4 of those ideally in the deck. We can see exactly how many are in there. Oops. There are 2 of. So 2 Cynthias in here. It's actually a very good supporter as well, so shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6 cards. It's essentially just a mulligan. Another Riolu, another Energy, Escape Board. This card's just funny because you attach it to your Pokemon and then it's on a skateboard and can retreat at a lower cost, and even retreat if it's asleep or paralysed, because you can use a skateboard while asleep or paralysed apparently. Professor Kakui, draw 2 cards during your turn, your opponent... I'm going to say that again. Draw 2 cards during this turn, your opponent's attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Pretty solid. I mean, remember back in the day, you had Bill, which was draw 2 cards. Now you've got draw 2 cards and do 20 more damage. That's just power creep. Hippowdon. Got a Nest Ball. That's actually a rare. Nest Ball. More energy. Lucario, which works very well with the Garchomp. So, 110 HP stage 1, evolves from Riolu. And it has precognitive aura. Once during your turn, if you have Garchomp in play, you may search your deck for a card, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your deck. That's really powerful. Even if he's just on the bench, you just get to search for a card. So you can search for the Cynthia, for instance, and deal more damage with Garchomp. So, excellent card. In combination with the rest of this deck. Another Yungoos and Gumshoes. Another Gibble. How. Another powerful supporter, just straight up draw 3. Timer Ball. Type Null. Palpad. Another Professor. There's the other Cynthia. And the other Garchomp. This one is not as nice and foily as the other one, but still, same artwork, so it looks nice. Another Gabite, Riolu, Spiritomb, Rescue Stretcher. I was just going to check if that had anything to do with supporters as well as Pokemon, but it's just Pokemon. You either put a Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand, or shuffle 3 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. If you've got Lucario out, then you might want to pick the second mode on that, but the ability to choose between the 2 is very nice. Soul Rock, more energy, another Yungoos, Hippopotas, another Nest Ball. There's lots of ways to search for Pokemon in this deck. And a big Malasada and a Gibble. So overall, I think this deck's actually really good. Compared to the normal theme decks they do, this one seems like it has a proper like idea to the deck, that you want to get your Garchomps out as quick as possible, get your card search going with Lucario, and just generally keep getting Pokemon back from the discard pile, playing them again. It seems to work really well, so it'd be interesting to see how it plays out. And to improve it, I mean, you obviously just take out stuff like the Gumshoes and evolutions of that, and probably the Spirit. Actually, the Spiritomb's really good. Yeah, the Spiritomb's actually amazing in this deck. So like this world, put 2 support cards from your discard pile into your hand. That is your way of getting your Cynthias back. So what else could you take out? Maybe the Hippopotases and the evolution of that. Put in more Lucarios, put in more Garchomps, and you have like a really solid, like nice little deck that just works very well. So yeah, and remember you can buy and sell any of the cards you've seen in this video on our website, bigorbitcards.co.uk. And yeah, give us a like if you enjoy the video, and subscribe to the channel for more updates on videos in the future. And I will see you again in the next unboxing video. Bye bye.